It's a Monday afternoon in April of 2022. So I'm 14 years old and I'm pulling up to the gym with my older brother who was 18 at the time. Now as we pull up, our plan was to go in and do incline Smith machines straight away. But there was another guy on it. So fortunately enough, we knew this guy and we just started setting in with him, we're warming up. As we're warming up with him, everything's going well. This older guy, for the sake of this story, we'll call him Chodel. It's a good name, right? So Chodel pulls up, he says hello to us. We've sort of spoken to him a handful of times before, and he starts warming up on a machine nearby. Right, so as we're getting into our sets, Chodel's watching, and he sees this other guy who was setting in do his set. And he goes to say something as in like criticize him, but then he holds back, he doesn't say it, right? So I say, what were you gonna say? And he goes, doesn't matter, man. You young cunts don't listen. And I was just thinking, he must be joking around. So I say to him, yeah, now you're getting it. And I start laughing. And it's at that point that he just flicks a switch. He goes, you think you're fucking funny, cunt? Little arrogant young cunt, that's all you are. Little arrogant young cunt. And I'm thinking, what the fuck? I'm 14 years old, I don't know how to respond to this. And I say to him, I think it was something like, I'm young, but I'm not arrogant. So I didn't know how to reply, obviously. I just kept saying I'm young, but I'm not arrogant. But anyhow, we sort of moved past that dispute. I just don't talk to him for the rest of the session. Don't talk to him for the next couple of days, really. A couple of days do go by, and I decide one day at the gym, I'm gonna make the bold decision. I'm gonna be the bigger person in this situation. So I go up to Chodel and I apologize. I actually say, sorry for provoking you. Sorry for making you angry the other day. And he goes, yeah, no, it's all good. It takes courage to admit you're wrong. This is what he says to me. Now, from this point onwards, he just really didn't like me. It just must have been something about my character that threw him off, I guess. So every day at the gym that he was there, which was pretty much every day I was there, he would talk shit to the other kids that went to my school. So he talked shit to kids from my school about me. And bro, I just wish I knew at the time to ignore hate, to ignore people like this. He was talking shit one day and he was staring directly at me. I never really felt threatened by him, so I just look over to him and I did something that was bound to aggravate him. I'll start blowing kisses at him and I remember he laughs at the time, so I was like, oh yeah, fuck yeah, he thinks it's funny. He's not gonna be a fuckwit about this one. Maybe he's just gonna finally grow up. Anyhow, I guess the next day, sure enough, he comes into the gym. I'm training legs on this day, right? And I'm with my mate. I see him walk in, I just think, yeah, probably want to talk to him today, try and avoid him. But he comes up to me whilst I'm doing a set, mid-set, midway through it. And he goes, what the fuck were you blowing kisses at me for yesterday, cunt? Keep it in mind, 42 years old, bro. And I pull my headphones out and I say, what? And he says it again. And I just kept saying, fuck off. And I think my mate, Crocker, he just said something to him get a life, or something. It was something like that. Get out of my shoes, you little cunts. But from this point, it was always difficult to train with this guy there, because he would always just go out of his way to be annoying, be a pest. Pretty much any time I would look over, he would be staring. He just was this really wannabe tough guy, and he'd like to have a stare off with me. So I'd look over and I'd do the whole stare off thing with him. But I remember where shit really kicked off was when my brother was with his stepson, okay? Not his son, his stepson. And something happened to his stepson that was completely out of my brother's control. He couldn't do anything about it. And his stepson ends up breaking his arm, right? So the next day at the gym, I'm not there, my brother's there by himself. This guy, Chodel, he comes up to Scott, my brother, and he says, he's going off, he's yelling in front of the whole gym, everyone that's around, oh, you could have fucking stuck up for him, you little cunt, you're a gutless prick, all this stuff. It's whoa, settle down, buddy. And from that point, the stare downs were happening every day with him and my brother and myself. If we saw him out in public, he'd do the same fucking thing. All right, but all of this just kept on happening until we eventually just got kicked out of the gym for unrelated reasons. And bro, I just remembered this. Even when we got kicked out of the gym, I remember one day he was behind us and he knew what my brother's car looked like. So he was behind us driving and he followed us to see what new gym we were going to. And he actually told that new gym manager some bullshit about why we got kicked out of the old gym. He said that we were selling recreational shit at the old gym. That's not at all why we got kicked out, by the way. How fucking petty do you have to be to do that? But looking back, this guy obviously had something against us because we had something that he didn't. He could see that we were going to go far in life and he was nothing. He lives in the worst suburb in my hometown here. He's got no kids of his own. He's never been married. He's not married. He's only got a girlfriend. And he works a 9-to-5 job for minimum wage. Now, if that's the life you want, I'm not going to judge. But he obviously saw something in us, saw that that wasn't going to be the life that we would have because he hasn't got the life that he wanted. He wanted to hate on us. So he would always call me skinny and all that sort of thing. Like, he'd say this shit to my face. And obviously this title's a bit of bait for you because I wouldn't say, it was bullying, but I didn't feel bullied at the time, if that makes sense. And bro, there's always going to be haters in life who are going to try and bring you down to their level. They don't want to see you succeed or do better than them. I've literally faced probably hundreds in my life. I start doing something with myself, I'll get hundreds of hate comments a week. Like, it'd have to be. And people just talking shit. I remember when I had like 50 subscribers, this kid told me, oh, 4 hours a day on YouTube and you only got 50 subscribers. I think it's you who needs to lock in. You'll shove it in their face one day, bro. All these people that hate, that say you can't do it, you'll shove it in their face. This dude's big play on me was, I would never be big because I just couldn't eat enough. I was skinny and I'd always be that way. Now from the time that he said that, I'm 17 kilos heavier. By no means would I call myself big, but I was a skinny guy who's gotten to be a less skinny guy. Like, literally, motherfuckers are always gonna have something to say. I know when I was coming up, doing what I'm doing now, I was getting like 32 shares on my video with like 5 likes. So that means all of these guys, and people who view my story from my old school, all of these guys, all these girls from my old school, they were seeing my shit and they were just sharing it around, talking shit about me, making fun of me. But I guess I had the last laugh, didn't I? Because now that I've made something of this content shit, you know, I actually get high view videos. I've got, what, like 12,000 subscribers. Who's laughing now? This is why I didn't care when it was all happening. If you can see the vision in here, why bother with these cunts who can't? Oh, he can't do it. He's not good enough. Look at his cringy content. Okay, I did it. I don't give a fuck. I know I'm gonna do it. So now the next step for me is 1 million subscribers, right? I'm only 1% of the way there, a little bit over. People say I can't do that. Oh, he's delusional. He's talking shit. His videos aren't good enough to get that many subscribers. He just got lucky on the 10K. Okay, I can see it in here. I know what's gonna happen. I can see what's gonna happen, bro. So long as you can see it in here, it's gonna happen. As long as you've got the courage enough to take the actions, speak it, write it down, tell people about it, it's gonna, like, it is bound to happen. But you've got to remember that talk without action is a lost dream. This is just something that's come to mind recently. All right, bro, so just don't listen to these motherfuckers. They're going nowhere. They're not doing anything with themselves. Because if they were, they wouldn't have time to hate on you. They wouldn't have time to talk shit. All right, and if you want to start improving your life and making steps towards this positive, bright and abundant future that you have always dreamed of, click the top link in the description. That's going to take you to my online school community where I'm helping young guys and girls change their lives every single day, one day at a time. And if you want to cop some threads, links in the description. Stay grinding, G.